Our peerless leader has done goofed this time. His knee-jerk reaction to the shootings in the schools, he puts reportedly senile Joe Biden in charge of it. I've heard reports that he is suffering from the beginning of dementia. I don't know whether they're true or not. He has just put more semi-automatic weapons on the street. Semi-automatic rifles. They're not really assault rifles because they cannot be fired full automatic. There's no position for that on them. He has put more of them on the street in the last month than was on there in 5 years. I wanted to buy a little .22 caliber rifle, just a little .22 rimfire rifle, just for plinking purposes, shooting at targets. Haven't been able to get into my gun shop in over a month. There are cars lined up in the slow lane of the street waiting for a spot to get into his parking lot. This is a huge gun shop. It's one of the biggest gun shops in the area. Talked to a guy that was in there the other day. He waited in that line. Now, there was a line outside the store before there was even room to let you in. Took a half an hour to get in the store. What I'm telling you is, I wouldn't stand in line for a half an hour for a BJ, and that's the truth. But when he got in there, he almost died. The walls of the gun shop, it has very high ceilings, and it's loaded to the ceilings with guns. The whole one wall was semi-automatic rifles. There's not one of them hanging up there. He went over to buy some ammunition. All the ammunition was gone. The place is literally just sold out of guns and ammunition. So I decided that I had to go to the dentist today. So I decided on the way back I would see just how bad it was. So I stopped in at a large sporting goods store in my area, Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, they didn't have my .22 caliber rifle. I still can't get into my gun shop. It's been over a month. But I noticed something. Their shelves where they have ammunition are always stacked to the hilt. There's nothing there. They don't have one round of .223 ammo in the place. They have a limit of 6 boxes of ammunition per visit. These signs are all new. So I was talking to the guy. He says, down at a gun show in Washington County, he says you couldn't even walk through there. There were so many people in the gun show you couldn't walk through there. A guy was out in the parking lot. He bought a permit, but there wasn't room for him inside. He was out in the parking lot selling high-capacity magazines out of box trucks, and he sold everything he had. So they just probably put 5,000 high-capacity magazines on the street that way with his knee-jerk reaction. So then I decided that I wonder how bad it really is. I went on cheaperthandirt.com, where I've been known to buy ammunition, and occasionally when they get a special or something, you order it through the mail. You pick up the page for .223, there's maybe like 25 categories of ammunition that they carry made in .223. Everything's sold out, basically except the one Russian brand, which is lacquer coated. It's garbage. It's steel cases with lacquer coating. That's not sold out yet. And there's one, I think it's a Target brand, still there. Unbelievable. Even .22 caliber ammunition sold out because some moron made a suggestion, some politician, that they should charge $1 a bullet tax, which means when I take my little .22 target pistol out, instead of costing me 5 cents a shot, it's going to cost me $1.05 and make it prohibitive for me to even target shoot. So people are panicking and buying ammunition because they're talking about taxing the living hell out of it, making it so that only criminals will be able to afford it. You have to be a drug dealer to be able to afford to buy ammunition. I'll tell you, what a genius. He screwed this up. He put more guns on the street in the last month than were probably sold in the last 5 years. Gun shops are literally sold to the walls, at least in my area. I don't know if anyone has any input on this from their area. I'd appreciate it because it's scary.